Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out again to this beautiful day. But I really appreciate all the support, and I'm sure everybody else does here who has arthritis and has family and friends supporting them. When I was first diagnosed with RA, I was 18 years old, thought I knew everything, and I was told I had arthritis. And no, I can't have arthritis. It's like Sarah said, it's an old person's disease. There's no way. I didn't understand how I was moving and fast and into sports when I all of a sudden came to a complete stop because my body shut down on me, and the pain was too much to do those same things I used to do every time. But when Lori first asked me to speak, I thought, what am I going to talk about? Can I possibly tell people with arthritis that they don't already know? They know the pain, they know the difficulties, the financial, emotional burdens that it causes. Their families know the same things. So she said to just tell my story. So last year, someone said to me when I was raising money, why don't you tell your story? People don't really know what you go through every day. They don't understand the pain, and put it out there and maybe it'll help you raise money. I don't share my story very well. I don't like to talk about it. It's just something I've kind of just lived with and tried to grind out all by myself. So I did it, I put it out there, and I could not believe the overwhelming response from everybody that was there to support me, loved me. The people the closest to me still didn't even know what I would go through in a day. So I'm sure people here go through the exact same things, that you can feel very alone with this disease even though you're surrounded by loved ones and family that support you. It can be lonely to be the only one that gets it sometimes. So I guess I'm going to tell my most recent part of my story. So I got a knee replacement in November and everything was looking really good, but I went back to my doctor and he said something's still off. We're going to take another x-ray of your hip. It's really not a good thing when your orthopedic surgeon swears when he's looking at your x-rays. So I had a fractured hip on my right hand side that I've been walking around on for the last 6 months, and we had to do emergency surgery on that as well. So I figured, okay, great, I got a new knee, I got a new hip, I'm all ready to go. I went home that night and I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom on the bedside commode, and I remember thinking, God, I feel really dizzy, and I passed out, and in that 2 feet that I fell, I dislocated my brand new hip and I broke my left femur. So I don't remember that ambulance ride, thank goodness. I hear it was very colorful language also. So again, another emergency surgery. We relocated my hip. They put a plate on my left femur to hold it into place. And then I just spent the next 2 months in a rehab facility because I was non-weight bearing. We had to get the strength up and they had to get bone healing. So great, I finally get out of there. I had great family and friends supporting me the whole 2 months that I was laid in a bed. You know me, that's not how I want to sit around. So it was great to get back to things again. And I was walking in my house and I felt the plate snap in my leg after I'd spent all that time in rehab and surgeries. So back again to another emergency surgery where they replaced my part of my left femur with metal. And hopefully this one holds a little longer. We're about a month out of that surgery. Meanwhile, this whole time, my hip kept dislocating. So I was being rushed to the emergency room all the time with a dislocation, which is very painful as well. And the last time it happened was in my sleep. So it's not something I can control at this point. Again, time for another surgery. So I've had 5 surgeries in 4 months. Last one is about 2.5 weeks out. So I'm standing, I'm thankful, and I'm hoping to make it another 2 weeks without anything going on. But the reason I bring this up is, you know, this disease eats away at your body. The medications in the past that I was on before the good ones are out now, they've eaten away at my body as well. And you know, I'm surviving it. I get through every day. You know, it's been a really tough 6 months for me going through all this, and I've been surrounded by the most amazing family and friends, and I can't thank them enough. Except for my cousin. She said she's going to sell me for scrap metal when I die. So yeah, but I just, you know, I wanted to tell that short part of it only because it shows the struggle somebody can go through with this disease. It's not just pain. Pain's a huge part of it. There's things that can help. We all have tricks that we do that work for us. I'm sure everybody can understand that. And I guess the biggest part for me is I always was stoic and kept it to myself and didn't talk about it. But to me, I realized I thought that was a badge of honor, and I just realized it was my greatest fault, because once I did open up and once I let all the people in that are close to me and people that weren't quite aware of what was going on, the overwhelming support of that for this last 5 months, I really couldn't have done it without it. It was pretty rough, and the people in my life that are here right now are the ones that supported me the most, and my family, and sorry, it's been a great, wonderful experience in that regard. The rest of it sucked, but I guess my words is, use the people around you. Don't hold it all in. It's tough, it's hard, but the support's there, and it really does help. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.